You know, subsidence is right up there. So yeah, they couldn't make it, but it was an interesting. I've just been warned that my memory's filling up, and it was a very so anyway assisted dying. So the Canadian version is made, which is mutually assisted assistance in dying, right? So they were doing that to people that were just down on their luck, you know, homeless, down on their luck. Come on, mate. Let's put an end to it. Let's put your mind at peace. Come on, just, let's sort you out. That was passed. It was put forward and passed so fast. It went through the motions so quickly because there would have been a lot of people out there that would have been thinking, this is not good. We've been watching Canada and this is not good. Like any other corrupted government in the world, you give them an inch, they take a fucking mile. They take 10 miles. You know? Now, I was talking to Annie about this, and she was saying, "Look, I'm in mixed. I've got mixed emotions about it because she's witnessed people who have been suffering. You know, I've witnessed people that have been suffering, and there are people out there right now that are really suffering, and they just can't go on anymore. But I did watch a Dr. Campbell video that was saying that palliative care, it could be amazing because we've got, decades and decades of experience in trying to make people feel comfortable, remove their pain and remove their stress. And if the amount of morphine you've given them hasn't done the trick to alleviate the pain, give them some more and give them some more. Because if it's off the back of a terminal illness and you're going to go anyway, then at least go peacefully and without pain or stress or anguish. So there is that side of it, and that's the side that the governments play on, But then when it gets down to people with mental health problems, or they can't afford their own care in hospital, or we've seen it all, the DNR sheets that were put at the base of beds of so many elderly people in 2020, 2021, right the way through. It was, DNR, when that was unheard of prior to COVID. Unheard of. There were a lot of practices that were unheard of. Stop scratching. So yeah, I'm dead against it. I think if you've had enough, there should be some way to perhaps maybe crowdfund so you can get yourself over to Switzerland and maybe get it done over there. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking of. No, I don't think it was Switzerland. Hold on, I've had to write a few notes down because I wanted to talk about a few things. Yeah, so Andy and Tina couldn't make it. David and Hazel couldn't make it, so it was just me and Annie. And but we were that's the first time in my entire life, in the last 5 years, where it's mattered, where I've been completely surrounded by wide awake souls. And it was amazing. It was a nice feeling because you felt like you could just go up to anyone, and talk to anything in relation to what's happened over the last 5 years plus, and feel completely comfortable and know that they're not going to give you the fluoride stare or think you're a nut job. You know, it was amazing. So if you look into, so we're looking at alternative ways moving forward. I said 3.5, maybe even 4 years ago, and I know where I was stood. I was stood next to the standing Buddha in my garden where there's a little water feature. And I said that at some point we will probably end up having to break off and live a parallel kind of existence. And that was back then. No one was saying anything like that. But that's how I saw it. That's how I saw the future. And it wasn't difficult to kind of imagine that and put that together.